Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam
Namaskrityam
Naranjaiva Narottamam
Saiva Narottam
Devin Saraswatin Vyasam
Devin Saraswati Vyasam
Tato Jayamudiraye
Jayat Mudiraye
Nashtaprayesva Bhadreshu
Sapraya Subhadresu
Nityam Bhagavad Sevayam
Yam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhavate Uttamasloke
Bhaktin Bhavadirnaistiki
Bhavati Nastiki
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Sakinandanaya
Nandagopakumaraya
Sakumaraya
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Jaya Namo Namo.
Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 7, text number 43 to 45. The three slokas we are going to discuss today. The canto name is The Cosmic Manifestation and the chapter name is Scheduled Incarnations with Specific Functions. Please repeat the sloka behind me. Vedāgam Aṅga Paramasya hi yoga-māyām
Vedaham Anga Paramasya hi yoga-māyā
Yūyam Bhavascha Bhagavan Ata Daityavaryaha
Vivyam Bhavasya cha Bhagavanatha Daityavarya
Patni Manovasacha Manuscha Tat Atmajascha
Patni Manohasya cha Manusya cha Tathatmadasya cha
Prācīnabarhi Ṛbhu Aṅga Dhruvaśca
Prācīnabarhi Ṛbhu Aṅga Dhruvaśca
Ikṣvāku Aila Mucukunda Videha Gādhi
Ikṣvāku Aila Mucukunda Gādhi
Raghu Ambarīṣa Sagara Gaya Nahusatyaha
Raghu Ambarīṣa Sagara Gosvāmī
Mandatir Alarka Satadhanau Anu Dandi Deva
Mandatir alarkas sapadhan anuradhanti deva
Devavrato Balir Amruttarau Ya Dilipaha
devar vare valir amrutarayo delikaha
Taubari Utanka Sibi Devala Pipalada
saubharyo kanka sivi devala pipalanta
Sarasvatodava Parasara Puri Senaha
sarasato dhata parasara bhurisenaha
Ye Anye Vibhishana Hanumad Upadratatta
yenaha bhivishana hanumadya upandrataha
Parthartithena Vidura Shruta Deva Varyaha
Arthatisena Vidur Sutta Deva Varyaha
Word by word meaning Veda,
Veda,
know it.
know it,
Aham,
Aham,
myself.
myself,
Aṅga,
Aṅga,
O Nārada.
O Nārada,
Paramasya,
Paramasya,
of the Supreme.
the Supreme,
He,
He,
certainly.
certainly,
Yoga-māyām,
yoga-māyā,
potency.
potency,
Yūyam,
you,
yourself.
yourself,
Bhavaha,
Vaha,
Śiva,
Śiva,
Cha,
Cha,
and
and
Bhagavan,
Bhagavan,
the great demigod.
the great demigod.
Atha,
Atha,
as also.
is also
Daityavaryaha,
Daityavaryaha,
Prahlāda Mahārāja,
Prahlāda Mahārāja,
the great devotee of the Lord,
the great devotee of the Lord,
born in the family of an atheist.
born in the family of an atheist.
Patni,
Patni,
Śatarūpā,
Śatarūpā,
Manoha,
Manoha,
of Manu,
of Manu,
Saha,
Saha,
he,
he,
Cha,
Cha,
also.
also,
Manuhu,
Manuhu,
Svāyambhuva,
Svāyambhuva,
Cha,
Cha,
and
and
Tat Atmajaha Cha,
Tat Atmajaha Cha,
and his children
and his children,
like Priyavrata,
like Priyavrata,
Uttānapāda,
Uttānapāda,
Devahūti,
Devahūti,
etc.
etc.
Prācīnabarhi,
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 Ṛbhu,
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 Aṅga,
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 Uta,
Uta,
even,
even,
Dhruva,
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 Cha,
Cha,
and
and
Ikṣvāku,
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 Śukadeva,
Aila,
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 Mucukunda,
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 Videha,
Devahūti,
Mahārāja Janaka,
Mahārāja Janaka,
Gādhi,
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 Raghu,
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 Ambarīṣa,
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 Sagara,
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 Gaya,
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 Nāgusha,
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 Ādyaha,
Ādyaha,
and so on.
and so on.
Mandaitir,
Mandari,
Mandata,
Mandata,
Alarka,
Alaka,
Alarka,
Alaka,
Satadunu,
Satadhanu,
Satadanu,
Satadhanu,
Anu,
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 Rantidevaha,
Shantideva,
Rantideva,
Shantideva,
Devavrataha, Bhishma, Balihi, Bali, Amrutaryaha, Raya, Amurtaryaya, Dilipaha, Dilipa, Saubari, Saubari, Utanka,
Uttanapāda,
Utanka,
Uttanapāda,
Sibi,
Sivi,
Sibi,
Sivi,
Devala,
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 Pipalada,
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 Sarasvata,
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 Uddhava,
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 Parasara,
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 Bhurisenaha, Bhurisena,
Purusena,
Ye,
Ye,
those who,
those who,
Anye,
Ani,
others,
others,
Vibhishana,
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 Hanumat,
Hanumat,
Hanuman,
Hanuman,
Upendra Datta,
Upendra,
Śukadeva Gosvāmī,
Śukadeva Gosvāmī,
Partha,
Partha,
Arjuna,
Arjuna,
Artisthena, Artisthena,
Asisa,
Vidura,
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 Shrudeva, Śukadeva,
Śukadeva, Śukadeva,
Varyaha,
Varyaha,
the foremost. Translation purpose is Divingiri Sabhay Charanavanda A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada. Jai Śrīla Prabhupada. Translation. O Nārada, although the potencies of the Lord are unknowable and immeasurable, still, because we are all surrendered souls, we know how he acts through yoga-māyā's potencies. And similarly, the potencies of the Lord are also known to the all-powerful Śiva, the great king of the atheist family, namely Prahlāda Mahārāja, Svāyambhuva Manu, his wife Śatarūpā, his sons and daughters like Priyavrata, Uttānapāda, Ākūti, Devahūti and Prasūti, Prācīnabarhi, Ṛbhu, Aṅga, the father of Vena, Mahārāja Dhruva, Ikṣvāku, Aila, Mucukunda, Mahārāja Janaka, Gādhi, Raghu, Ambarīṣa, Sagara, Gaya, Nāgusa, Nandata, Alarka, Tatadanve, Manu, Dantideva, Bhishma, Bali, Amrutaraya, Dilipa, Shaubari, Utanga, Ibi, Devala, Prahlāda, Sarasvata, Uddhava, Parasara, Bhurisena, Vibhishana, Hanuman, Śukadeva Gosvāmī, Arjuna, Archisena, Vidura, Shrutadeva, etc. All the great devotees of the Lord, as mentioned above, who flourished in the past or present, and all the devotees of the Lord who will come in the future, are aware of the different potencies of the Lord, along with the potency of his name, quality, pastimes, entourage, personality, etc. And how do they know? Certainly, it is not by mental speculation, nor by any attempt by dint of limited instruments of knowledge. By the limited instruments of the knowledge, either the sense of or the material instruments like microscopes or telescopes, one cannot even fully know the Lord's material potencies, which are manifested before our eyes. For example, there are many millions and billions of planets far, far beyond the scientist's calculation. But these are only the manifestations of the Lord's material energy. What can the scientist hope to know of the spiritual potency of the Lord by such material effects? Mental speculations, by adding some dozens of ifs and maybes, cannot aid the advancement of knowledge. On the contrary, such mental speculations will only end in despair by dismissing the case abruptly and declaring the non-existence of the God. The Sunny person, therefore, ceases to speculate on subjects beyond the jurisdictions of his tiny brain, and as a matter of course, he tries to learn to surrender unto the Supreme Lord, who alone can lead one to the platform of real knowledge. In the Upanishad, it is clearly said that the Supreme Personality of Godhead can never be known simply by working very hard and taxing the good brain, nor can he be known simply by mental speculation and jugglery of words. The Lord is knowable only by one who is surrendered soul. Herein, Brahmaji, the greatest of all material living beings, acknowledges this truth. Therefore, the fruitless spoiling of energy by pursuing the path of experimental knowledge must be given up. One should gain knowledge by surrendering unto the Lord and by acknowledging the authority of the persons mentioned herein. The Lord is unlimited, and by the grace of the yoga-māyā helps the surrendered soul to know him proportionately with the advance of one's surrender. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurmilidamena Dasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Putale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Tacharani Nirvishesha Shunyavad Pashasha Deshatarani Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasa Gaura Bhaktaranda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna. Today's sloka, again, discussion between Brahma and Nārada. Brahmaji is explaining the various potencies, various incarnation of the Lord in this particular sloka. And now he is explaining in the today's sloka specifically, who are all the devotees who knows about the Lord. And initially he was saying that, O Nārada, although the potencies of the Lord are unknowable and immeasurable. So the two things we need to understand. Lord potencies cannot be unknowable and immeasurable. So that we already discussed in the previous sloka. How much ever you are in the materialistic advancement, but through the material knowledge, we cannot understand the Supreme Lord. It is immeasurable, and we cannot know the Supreme Lord. The Prabhupada is explaining in the purport is that's what he is saying, that whatever the advancement you can, there are millions of planets are there in this universe. So even we are not sure about what is there in the other planets. So we are trying to establish our connection with the moon planet through our material rockets and all. And we send something to the Mars. We don't know what happened to the Mars. So like this, we are with our tiny brain, we are trying to lord it over the things. We are thinking that we are in a very much advanced state. We are sending the rocket to this planet, that planet. The planet which is very near to us, which is Moon and the Mars, we are unable to reach, and we are unable to establish what is there fully within that planet. And not only we cannot say not only that planet, within the Earth also there are so many things, unknowable things are there within. Still, humans. Unknowable things are there, and the things which are happening, which is beyond our expectation, beyond our imagination also. So that's why the Lord potencies are immeasurable and it is unknowable. How much ever scientists trying to reach, and that's what Prabhupada is saying, that they may come up with their theories, ifs or maybe, there are so many dozens of ifs, dozens of maybe they will add, but they cannot understand the Supreme Lord just by their mental speculations. So finally, what will happen if they trying to do all those things without having the knowledge of that? Because whatever the knowledge they are trying to do, it is through the ascending order. They are starting from one point and they are trying to explore the things. And whatever the knowledge in the spirituality, it is said that it should come descending in the sense, first the knowledge is with the Supreme Lord. From Supreme Lord, it is imparted to Brahma. From Brahma, it is imparted to Nārada. From Nārada, it comes to Manu. It is like that. It is coming to the Guru Parampara. The knowledge is coming through Guru Parampara. So this is the way that the descending order, the spiritual knowledge should come descending order. But whatever the knowledge our scientists currently exploring, it is in the ascending order. So everything it is already explored, all the material thing, immaterial thing, and as well as the spirituality, everything explored by our previous generations. There are millions of generations happened previously. Everything explored we not even touch any of the things. Whatever we are doing, we are trying to do with our tiny knowledge, we are sending the rocket. We are thinking that we are very advanced. We send the rocket from here to there. But in the Vedic time, we are seeing that the persons, they are traveling from one planet to another planetary system. They used to go to the upper planetary system and they used to go and they used to serve there. Now we are thinking that the moon, the sun, the moon is one of the upper planetary system. Wherever the planets are there, in all the planets, the living entities are there. That's what our Prabhupada used to say. But according to the circumstances and conditions, living entities are there. But according to the scientist, there is no living entities in the moon planet. They are saying that. They are saying that there is no air in that, and there is no food items in that. So that's why there is no living entity. So we cannot come up with the conclusion by comparing whatever we have, because earthly living entities means only they have to, with the air only they can be there within the all the vegetation should be there, then only the living entities living there. So that is our understanding, because we know our earthly planet is sustaining in that way. But Lord's creation is, there are so much of wonders, it is beyond our imagination. So we have to accept that words of the Acharyas, that each and every planetary system, the living entities are there, and living entities are there, then they got the bodily and their the body in to accommodate to stay on that particular planet. And for example, another example we can say, even the living entities are there in the sun planets also. So we are thinking that the sun rays which is coming from the far away, but still we are unable to bear that sunlight. So much of it is piercing us like that. If you go on the afternoon side, summertime, the sun rays are piercing our body. So, but the distance between earth and sun is far away, and the sunlight which is starting from the sun, it reaches after 7 minutes. It takes 7 minutes to reach the earth. So if you put a torchlight to reach that wall, immediately the torchlight will go. If it is very near, because the wall is very near, and light also, the light and the wall is very near. That's why then immediately the next second we are seeing the light in the wall. But the sun is in this far away, it will take 7 minutes. That's what the calculation, our scientists are saying, that 7 minutes it will take to reach the earth, whatever the light it is starting from sun. So we can imagine how much distance. The light is the all the calculations we are doing in the material world with the light speed. That is the topmost speed in this material world. So in that speed also, it will take 7 minutes to reach the sun rays. So that means how much distance we are. So it is not possible for us to understand what is there in that. And we will come up with our mental speculations only. Finally, what will happen? So that's what Prabhupada is saying, that finally we will end up with, there is no God, the nothing is there. We'll end up with only the material concept of life. So that is the way, if we are trying to explore the things in that way without the understanding of the Shastras, then we will end up with the frustrations only. And we never go, the research never going to be end. Even though we are taking millions of birth, we are passing our research documents to the next generation continues. Even that time also, it is never going to be end until unless we know the Supreme Lord. And here, Brahmaji again saying that, because we are all surrendered souls, he is including Nārada and Brahmaji. He is saying that he himself, Brahma himself and Nārada, they are the surrendered souls. And also he is taking the names of the things. What they will know? We know how he acts through yoga-māyā potencies. So they know that the yoga-māyā potencies, how he acts. That's what how the Lord acts. That we know. That's what he is telling to Nārada Muni. And here Brahmaji is putting the names of all the demigods and the great devotees of the Lord. And even the Prahlāda Mahārāja, who born in the atheistic family, and Dhruva Maharaj. There are so many, and even he is talking about Uddhava, he is talking about Hanuman, he is talking about Arjuna, Śukadeva Gosvāmī. Everybody knows about the Supreme Lord. Why? How they knows about Supreme Lord? Because they are all the great devotees of the Lord. And Krishna himself is saying in Bhagavad Gita in 18.55, Bhaktya mam abhijanadi yavan yaschasmi tatvataha tato mam tatvato jnatva visate tat anantaram. So here Krishna is saying, one can understand me as I am, as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, only by devotional service. And when one is in full consciousness of me, by such devotion, he can enter into the kingdom of God. So here, clearly Krishna is explaining that what is the qualification to reach the kingdom of the God, and what is the qualification to understand about the Supreme Lord. So only through devotional service, only through bhakti, only we can understand the Supreme Lord. There is no other mean. By our mental speculation, by our research, by our telescope, by our microscope, nothing we can do. We can see only this matter things, material things only we can see. We can explore only this material with those advancements. That's what Krishna is saying. So this is, so since Krishna is authority, he is a supreme authority, he is saying that without bhakti you cannot do. But still we are keep this statement away. We are trying our level best. So this is the foolishness and the childish play. The acharyas are saying that whatever we are doing in this material world to know this truth is a childish manner. So the how the child is, if a father is riding a bike, sometimes the in front of the petrol tank or in front of the in the front gap, if it's a two-wheeler, the child they'll keep the child. The child also hold the handle, and wherever the father is turning, the child also try to turn like this. And when the father put a brake, the child also put a brake. So the what is the child is thinking? The child is thinking that I am riding this bike. But who is originally riding? The outside person, the person who see that, we know that the child is just holding that, he is just acting. The originally who is riding this bike? The father is riding the bike. Because child don't know about any controls, but it is in the illusion that I am riding the bike. The similar way, this material world, it is run by the Supreme Lord, but we are in the illusion that we are running and we are exploring other things. So this is our childish way of understanding. So that is the reason we have to understand the Shastras, what the Shastras are saying, and how it is explained properly by our Guru Parampara and the Acharyas. We have to understand in that way so that we won't be in the illusion. We can also part of this list of devotees. So if you want to become a devotee, first we have to leave our mental speculation and we have to accept the words of Acharyas. Then we have to follow, we have to see through our Acharya's words. We have to see this material world. We have to, we can imagine the spiritual world also, but through our Acharya's words. And again, in Bhagavad Gita 18.66, Krishna, what he is saying that, Sarva dharman parityajya mam yegam shranam braja agam tvam sarva papebhyo mokshaisyami ma suchaha. So leave all the religions and come and surrender unto me only. I will relieve you from all the sins. Do not fear. He was saying that. I will relieve you from all the sins. That's what Krishna is saying that. But we are afraid of going and surrender to the Supreme Lord because we have the doubt. We don't know fully about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that is the reason Krishna, there are so many acharyas, why they are coming again and again, because they wanted to explain to the human society that Lord is saying that come and participate, take this bhakti seriously. So that is the reason all the acharyas are taking birth. Lord is sending the acharyas. Lord is gave this knowledge, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam knowledge, to understand who is the Supreme Lord, what is his potency, and how we need to surrender to the Supreme Lord. That is the reason. Again, just to surrender means what is surrender? So that is the reason we are seeing so many pastimes, so many devotees, how they surrender to the Supreme Lord. But we are seeing that Dhruva Mahārāja, Prahlāda Mahārāja, Ambarīṣa Mahārāja, Arjuna, Hanuman. Through these examples, we need to see how to surrenderness we need to do. See, somebody is saying that about that you remind, just to you imagine the particular thing like Kasatiya. So I'm telling you Kasatiya, remember, so you just imagine in your mind. So the person who is seeing that, we don't know, others, they don't know what is Kasatiya, or what is a item to eat or item to admire, is a kind of a wearing thing. No, nobody knows what is that. If you want us to imagine, means we cannot imagine. Yes, we should have some clue so that we can, at least we can imagine. So that is the reason we cannot imagine. Through our imagination we cannot understand the Lord. So that's the reason these are all the potencies of the Lord. It is explained through stories to us and through the great devotees. The pastimes happen through the great devotees, so that we can relate ourselves with the Lord's pastimes. Then we can understand how our position should be. So it is for our easy understanding only Lord gave all this scripture to us. So what we need to do, we just need to read the scriptures, understand scriptures, and apply in our life. Then our life will be flourished like all the other devotees. What they attain, similarly, we can also attain the Supreme Lord's kingdom. It is without any doubt. So the only thing is we have to, we need to understand that we cannot understand the Lord through our mental speculation, and Lord's potencies are immeasurable. We just need to accept the words of the acharyas and follow the path of bhakti so that we can make our life perfect. So if you understand this thing, we can also part in the, at least whatever Brahmaji explained to, just he explained to the Nārada. So we all aspire to join in this list so that Lord also accept us as one of the devotee. We will pray to the Supreme Lord so that we will also one day become a pure devotee of the Lord. So we are in the path of this perfection. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai.